Hello everybody, Thomas Fleming here again. See, by the time this airs, I think this will air on my moving day and Easter will be over. Are we still here? Well, if you're watching this, you're still here. I don't know if I am or not because I'm recording this a couple days ahead. I like to record my moving day videos ahead of time just in case I'm having trouble moving. Oh, it is nice. I'm on the back side of the lake, so I can't hear the kids out playing on the beach. Glad to see them having fun on spring break. I hope you really expressed your love for Jesus over Passover. Should be doing it every day, but at least twice a year Christians recognize God on Easter and on Christmas. Sad. The biggest problem that we're facing is the lies of the devil, because he is really good at convincing people of things. His lies are always just a little shade off, so they sound or could sound true. In fact, Satan is an expert mathematician. He's really good in arithmetic. Well, that is to say, he's good with dividing. He tries to multiply the number of Satan people coming, so I'm going to go ahead and shut this down because they're end up in my back. Sometimes I can avoid getting people's faces on my screen, which is fine. I can see the back side of them walking away is okay. If they were playing music, they had some kind of a player that they had, and I could recognize the song, which means so can YouTube. And Satan has to get in there and divide too. I've taken videos off of websites that are reputable. So if this is public domain video or public domain audio, you can do whatever you want. And I post it, and immediately I get a claim saying, this is my copyright. I get to own this video. If any money made off of this video, I get to own it. Of course, they're lying through their teeth. The problem is, it takes me a week to get the video released. Well, I do these things no more than 2 or 3 days before you get to see them, so they're current. I can't play games online like that. And even if I go someplace and buy, and you can buy online audio and video, depending on what you get, it can cost 50 cents, it can be free, as long as I mention the name of the place I got it. So I'm essentially giving them free advertising for the use of the video or audio. But I've even had people come in and claim those. An individual artist posts on some of these sites. So-and-so will write a whole bunch of songs. Maybe there's no audio, maybe there's no vocal, it's just background sound, which is nice. Someone to come in and claim it. And I got to go post a complaint that they shouldn't have claimed it, and they did. And here's the proof. Here's my receipt. And when that happens, they will release it, but it can take, again, a week or two. Division. Satan's good at it. You know, one of the biggest areas for Satan to be proud of, as an evil creature, to be proud of race. Getting people to fight over race. The difference between all races as far as appearance is so minor that it isn't even worth discussing. Okay, someone's in the seat that I was going to go to, the swing, so I'm just going to sit at a regular bench. So let me go ahead and get over here and I'm going to sit down. All right. I need to put this on the ground, so let me go ahead and cut this again. I'm back. Like I said, the difference between black and white, melatonin. That's it. There are some facial differences. Certain areas have certain DNA built into them, but it's just this. I know we got, what, 8 billion people here on the earth, and that's less than 1% of the options in the DNA. So you can't sit there and say one's better than the other just for something like that. But Satan's been really good about feeding that. He feeds the lie. He gets people to back the lie. And he even uses, he even destroys his own kind, if you will. I mean, we know the witch trials on the East Coast and over in Europe. These people weren't witches. They were normal people. Maybe they had some crazy herbs that they ate or something like that, but they were normal people, and they were burned at the stake because somebody thought they were a witch. Satan doesn't come out in public like that. You don't ever see him in public in red and horns unless somebody's at a costume party. He looks as normal as everybody else. So don't get caught up in his lies. The world's believing it. The world's beginning to believe that Jesus isn't real and that Satan is. Now, to us as Christians, we find that absolutely absurd, and we can see the lie. But there are people out there that believe it right now, and they're acting on it right now. You hear the ice cream truck driving around to give ice or sell ice cream to all these kiddies. If I get back to my tent in time, I may get one. What's your favorite? I like the multicolored ones. No dairy or chocolate. It's got to be the juice type or the artificial flavor. And it's hot today. It's a good day for it. There's still kids in the water today. You've already seen the beach. It looks the same. I'm a little bit further around, but I'm at the same lake. Peaceful. There's a storm coming, but it won't get here until late. And I pray that it will be out of here by morning, mid-morning at the latest, because I think the church has got their 11 o'clock Easter egg hunt. I think if they postpone it till 3, the rain will be done. But you don't want a bunch of kids running around in the mud and the wet grass, so we'll see how close it is to the actual time of the Easter egg hunt. Now we know Easter's got nothing to do with that, but kids have no idea. They just want to go out there and have fun. So you let them. You make sure they hear the Easter story. Christ died for us, but they're not old enough to make a decision yet. You can baptize them as a baby to make you feel good, but it doesn't do anything until they're old enough to make a decision. Which I guess the Jews say, what, about 13, 14, something like that? I don't remember 13 and 14. It's been too long. Keep looking, because if somebody walks behind me on the trail, they're going to look over at me and I'll have their picture in here and I'll have to cut it out. Which I think is, the laws need to change a little bit. Now, this does get monetized, so I can understand I can't use a face on here if there's money coming in. And it may be that it's only 25 cents or 50 cents for this video, doesn't matter. It's still making money, so I understand that. But everybody posts their picture all over social media. You want a shock? Google your name. If there's enough of you out there with the same name, you might have to put your city in there or something. Or your full name, middle name included. you will see that you are on the internet and searchable. And there are sites that you can pay for that will tell you, if you've got kids in dating age, you can look up their boyfriend. What was that? Oh, that was a frog, big one. You might have to pay $10, but you can see if this person has a background, criminal record, and other things. Find out where they really live and make sure it matches what they're saying. So if we can get that, any country that wants it can have it as well. You think China putting up TikTok was just to be on social media? They don't allow social media in their own country. It's to collect data. And we've just jumped on. The rest of the world has just jumped on it. Look at what's on there. You will find pretty much anything, including soft porn, on TikTok. The other places have been good not to have that. But there are sites on the internet for porn. Most of it is free. It's like our drug dealers giving out free drugs, get everybody hooked, and then they come back and buy it because they're hooked on it now. They do the same thing with anything else you can imagine. The reason Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed is out there on the internet right now. We're just waiting for God to deal with it. But probably after we're gone. Okay. Don't be fooled. Jesus' first comment about the end times. Don't be fooled by false prophets, false teachers, false Christs, including the big false Christ, the Antichrist. They're out there now. The Antichrist is still hidden, but he's alive and well and doing something out there. He's making friends in the world at this point. He's probably got a lot of money, and people will know who he is when he steps forward. But he will have the ultimate power of Satan behind him when he does step forward. Everybody will just, their jaws will drop. Wow, this is a brilliant person. This is a handsome person. This is he can solve the world problems. The wind's kicking up. I apologize for that. It was calm when I started. Come on, wind. I don't want to get my microphone out and mess up my video. I have it with me, but I didn't start with it. Okay. I guess it's God telling me it's time to wrap this one up. We are to be known as Christians. And the way they know we're Christians, by our love. Love one another. It doesn't matter where people are from. It doesn't matter people's race. You'd be surprised at how many things that we have today that keep us alive are from people of mixed races, different races. Yeah. But Satan won't want you to hear that. And we keep hearing, this is the first time we've had a black mayor here or a black head of the school or whatever. It's about time. And I can't wait until we've reached every one of those first. Because then people are going to realize we're all the same. Doesn't matter. And God loved us before we were saved. He loved us as sinners, and Christ died for us. Till we meet in the clouds. I'm watching little fish jump. About that big. I'm not seeing anybody catch any. I need to ask Jesus where I should fish at. I'd have to get a hunting license or a fishing license first. They didn't have fishing licenses back then. Till we meet in the clouds. God bless.